So, I was going to ask for applause, but you gave it to me anyway. So that really marks the completion of 10 projects. It's not, the Toastmasters journey doesn't end that way. It's just a full circle, but there are many, from here on, there are many more full circles to go. So, this being my 10th project, I want this to be something like a giving back to Toastmasters, something meaningful. So, my project today is going to reach out to my friends out there who are fearful of speaking publicly, thinking of joining Toastmasters. Something's holding you back. What is it? My friends who have joined Toastmasters for a long time, but something's holding you back from doing projects. You join to do projects, right? Something's holding you back. So what is it? I hope that through my sharing and the lessons that I learned, that you can feel like moving. Get, like snap up and take the next step. And along the way, I hope that this can help you. So the first thing that I want to talk about is C. It starts with the letter C. And C stands for crafting. Everybody who stands on the stage has to do some level of crafting. If it's a prepared speech, I take about 2 to 3 hours, spread that over 2 to 3 days. The inspiration kicks in at different times. So every time I get a joke, I'll write it down on my phone. For my friends who did table topics, how long do you take? 5 seconds? The bottom line is, if you come and do a project speech, I've learned the hard way that if you want to do a prepared speech, you need to prepare. It's called prepared speech for a reason. Don't come out prepared. The second lesson that I learned was, I used to hang on every word that, when I'm preparing my speech, I used to prepare the genius combinations of words. The kind of quirky sentences that catch the audience. And if I didn't say it, man, I'm going to go home and I'm going to beat myself. Not literally, to your dismay, but it's a very terrible feeling. Like, why didn't I say it? And it was only after I saw many of you do your speeches that I realized that it's not so much what you said, but how you said it. So the how is more important than the what. The crafting, the how is more important than the what, and preparation is extremely important. The second point that I want to bring to you is F. C, then F. What does F stand for? Something close to everyone's heart. Before anyone comes to stage, this is something that's very close to your heart.
Fear.
What is it? Exactly, thank you, Arjun. Fear. And he was doing a speech. It was a nice speech. The voice was real sweet. So that was one of the sounds that was here. And there was a lack of sound. Everyone was listening to her intensely. And there was another sound that none of you could hear. But I could hear. It was my heart. It was beating so fast. And it was like, boom, 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 and I couldn't stop it. And I could hear it so loud. It's like butterflies in our stomach. We all know the phrase, butterflies in our stomach, but this is way more intense. It's like my heart and my stomach were toweled. And it was being twisted real hard. And I felt I was going to explode from the inside. And that's fear. Now, the interesting thing is, I doing my project 10, have this experience, and I experienced this when I was doing my project 1. Even before my project 1, when I had to do a public speech. So when I was doing my project 1 and my project 10, the feeling was the same. What is the difference? The difference was that when I was doing my project 1, that this feeling was way more intense. The night before I couldn't sleep, the day itself was a hell. When I was doing my speech, I had to literally drag myself to to the stage and I heard my voice quiver, shaking. And now project 10, the fear is still the same, but the fear was maybe 10 minutes. The intensity and the duration is so different, and this took a lot of getting used to, this took a lot of practice. So when I look back, have I improved? Definitely. Toastmaster is effective or not? Definitely is effective. So that's fear. Everybody's going to get it. It's normal to have it. If it's not coming to you, you gotta get yourself checked. Okay, no, I don't mean to insult. No, the last point, are there those fearless people out there? I need to talk to you. No, now CF. What's the next alphabet? Can anyone guess? CF, A, exactly, thank you. A, what does A stand for? A is the most important thing, the most important point that I want to talk about. A stands for activity. A stands for action. What do I mean? I was fearful of public speaking. So what do I need to do? I need to take the next step to find out about Toastmasters. After finding out about Toastmasters, I need to join. After joining Toastmasters, I need to call Eric. Can I go on a project, please? I want to do it next week, the next time. And I need to do this at least 10 times. I did this many times. So there's action going on. There was a lot of inertia, but there was a lot of wake up, take the next step. There was a lot of pushing. Activity. There was a time when I came to Toastmasters and I came here for the company. Good company. I came here for the great food. Good food, don't you agree? But when I go home, I will think, what's the takeaway? It was this big. What is Toastmaster about what I did? Coming to eat and coming to make friends. What was Toastmaster about it? Why did I need to come to Toastmaster to do this? That was when I had a mindset. That's when the mindset. The next time I come to a Toastmaster meeting, I make sure that I did a project. If I didn't do a project, I'll take a role. And if I don't take a role, I will do a table topics. And from the takeaway from this will become this. Now this activity is so important. I cannot highlight this enough. In my closing, I just want to add that you need to identify what point you're at. If you are someone who is fearful of public speaking, you need to take the next step. You need to join Toastmasters. It's a very good platform. If you have already joined, then what do you need to do? You need to do. So after the joining is the doing. And after the doing, that's still not enough. There is definitely much more room to improve. So after the join and the do is the improve. I just want to take this chance to say thank you, Toastmasters. Because looking back, it has been a fruitful experience. It was life-changing. I would choose it over and over again. So what about you? Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Johnson.